Hello, faculty colleagues. This is Nicole Cosby within the Department of Kinesiology. I'm going to be doing a Canvas share out on the use of the video tool within Canvas, which can be very powerful tool to use within Canvas if it's used correctly. And so the goal of this tutorial is to teach you how to use this Canvas course and how to embed videos using the Canvas tool within your Canvas course. And so I typically use the video tool in Canvas for maybe 3 functions. Number one, I like to use it as a course welcome. So when students come into my course, the first thing that they will see is their course welcome page. And the first video that they have access to is me basically introducing them to my course. I personally think it adds a little bit of a warm touch to the class, more specifically if you're teaching a fully online course. These students may never see you in a face-to-face setting, and so I think it really just truly allows them to see who you are, who is the face behind the online course, and so it just sets the standard for the entire course to come. I also use it within my different content pages, so if I want to maybe provide a pre-discussion about the content, or if I want to provide maybe a modular overview before they actually enter into the module and the content, I'll do that. And then last but not least, I use it to maybe clarify things that students were unclear on in a face-to-face setting, or to finish maybe a discussion that we had within a face-to-face course that we couldn't finish maybe due to time constraints. And so those are my major 3 ways that I use the video tool within Canvas to maybe enhance student learning. Some really good practices as it relates to using video in the online setting. The number 1 good practice is that a video shouldn't be too long. And so the recommended time or length of a video is usually around 10 to 15 minutes. I know that seems so short, right? But it honestly is the perfect amount of time, because anything over and beyond 15 minutes and the students kind of start to zone out a little bit. And so if you have large content that you need to cover, the recommendation is that you chunk that content into 10 to 15 minute segments so that the students have a break, so that the students can actually really truly take some time to immerse themselves in that 10 to 15 minutes of content that you've already given them. And so how do we use the video function? So since I like to use it in the course welcome page, I'm already on my within my course welcome page for this particular Canvas course. So I'm going to click on the edit button. When I click on the edit button, the Canvas toolbar is going to appear. And so the tool that we're going to be talking about is the video function. So the video tool is represented by the film reel. So I'm going to click on the film reel, and what you'll see is this box pop up. And immediately what you'll see in the black box is something that's very important. We have to allow the Adobe Flash Player to access, or really Canvas to access, our webcam. Okay, if we don't click the allow button and we choose deny, then we will only be able to record audio and not video. So it becomes very important to click the allow button. But a few things before I click that. Number 1, there are 2 options when you click the film reel. Number 1, you can record media, or if you already have pre-recorded lectures or introductions on your desktop that you want to upload into Canvas, and you don't want to use the Canvas video tool to record live, then you can do that by selecting the video file and finding the video on your desktop. But that isn't the purpose of this particular tutorial. So I'll go back to record media. I will allow Canvas to access my webcam. And once Canvas accesses my webcam, what you will see is my face will appear in the center of the screen. And so some things with recording on Canvas Live is that you have to remember to look into the camera on your desktop and or your laptop, which I forget very often, and I tend to look down at my keyboard or at the center of the screen. Then number 2, you want to make sure that the lighting in your recording space is relatively good, because it really diminishes the quality of the video feed if your lighting isn't great. And then last but not least, 2 last but not least would be that number 1, you want to make sure there aren't any reflections if you have glass windows in your department or in your office. And then number 2, you want to make sure that you put up maybe a recording sign so that you don't get interrupted while you're recording. One of the most frustrating things about recording live is when someone either interrupts you or your phone rings and you have to go start your recording all the way over. That's just way frustrating. So with that being said, what you're going to do is click anywhere in the screen and recording will begin. This is a little counterintuitive to me because I use a lot of other screencast products, and those screencast products usually give me a countdown before they start recording. This particular webcam or video recording service does not. So as soon as you click the record button, you are actually recording your video. So keep that in mind. So you're going to click record, and when you click record, you are now recording your video. This is the video that students will see when they go into the page where you're inserting this particular video. When you're done recording your video, when your feed is done, you're going to click anywhere on the screen again. And when you click anywhere on the screen, the video will automatically replay itself. I stopped it because I didn't want it to voice over what I'm trying to teach, but it will allow you to hear and to determine whether or not that's a video that you want to use or whether or not it's a video that you actually want to re-record or recreate. And so if you want to recreate, you would just click the record button again, and it will say record again without saving. And the answer to that would be yes. Okay. If you, let's say, don't want to record again, you just click no. And if you decide that you want to save the video, then you click save, and that video will then get placed into the Canvas screen where you want it to be. Now, in order for that video to actually be replaced by the preview icon, okay, then you have to go down to the bottom of the screen and click save. And by clicking save, then your students will have access to your video. And so I'll click play, and what you will see is that the video will come up and it will be large enough for the students to actually see the content and to hear you. And then if we press play, the students will be able to hear everything that you've recorded. And it's just a beautiful tool to use. Again, it adds a warm touch for students to be able to see who their faculty member is, what the personality is of the faculty member, but it also enhances learning within the content pages or the modules, because then you can clarify things, you can add to topics or discussions that you couldn't really add to because you just didn't have enough time within the course. And quite honestly, students love this function. So this is the end of this particular tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or call me, or you can come visit me and I'd be happy to maybe show you how to use this tool if you need help. Thank you for your time.